You're listening to an Airwave Media podcast.
We took it all. We brought them to our land. An endless night, ember hot and icy cold. The rage of the earth. We made this curse. Carved it in the blood on our backs. We did not see. We could not, but she did. And in the end...
What will I become?
Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2.
Play it now with Game Pass.
Recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality.
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. Boys, we made it to 300. How you feel?
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
300 times you've said that exact phrase, probably.
Yeah, I'm one of your hosts, Ken, and you are?
Jeff.
And you are?
I am Neal.
And you are?
Matt.
Oh, right.
I forget.
Man,
Darn it.
300 games and you still don't know your name. Nice
That's
try,
a problem.
though. Well, we have a very special one today.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. We've reached 300 episodes. We've technically recorded, I think, almost 400, but 300 main feed episodes. This is our 300th, so
pretty cool.
Not a lot of podcasts don't get to this number, we're super grateful that all of our listeners, including those that are listening right now, helped us get here, along with our patrons. But yeah, it's pretty cool to be at 300. How do you feel about it, Matt?
300 is about 294 more than I thought we would do, so it's pretty good.
Well, speaking of 300, we said all the way up to this number, gearing up with all of our other episodes, that we wanted listeners to send in their own questions. So this is a truly listener-submitted game. And with an embarrassment of riches, we received about 32 questions, including a swing round.
Yeah, so this one's going to be supersized. No additional calories in that, but supersized episode, I think.
Yeah, as Prue Leith says on the Great British Baking Show, it's worth the calories. But yeah, we have all these questions. So I do want to have a huge thank you to Louis de Rojas. Not only, I think he was our first playtester, but I think he's known as the Grand Playtester on Discord. And now we have a great collection of playtesters over there on Discord and the crop and whatnot. But Louis listened to all of these audio questions, just making sure that they all fit the bill and they had answers and whatnot. And thank you to Louis for doing that. He actually categorized all of them for us. So what I did was try to get some sort of game placement here. So the way the game's going to be working today, we're going to have round 1 is going to be sports, then we're going to have round 2 science, and then 3 question potpourri, then the swing round, then we're going to have movies and TV, music and literature, another potpourri, and then our final 6 categories that we'll be wagering on. So just disregard the rules read because it's slightly off. But we put a poll up on Facebook about what the teams should be because we play in different teams often and it changes all the time. Dave Nelson was trolling, and we appreciate it, putting everyone versus Neal. We considered it, but we just didn't want it to be a bloodbath, 3-on-1. So it looks like the winning teams are going to be Matt and Neal versus Ken and Jeff. How do we feel about that?
All right, I feel strong about that, Jeff, and it'll be good if we can win, because then we get bragging rights until, episode 600?
Oh, at least. Right. At least 600, maybe to 1,000, I don't know. Matt, you and I haven't played together in a while. Is there a team name that you want to go for? Maybe some sort of TGIF 90s reference, something we can pull some luck from?
No, I think in honor of Bernie Mac and his movie Mr. 3000, we can be Mr.'s 300.
Okay, Mr.'s 300 over here. I like it.
And we'll be This Is Triviality for the 300 Spartans.
I love that.
The obvious one. It had to be done.
It had to be done. And I'm nothing if not obvious. So
yeah, and it helps Jeff make a little photoshopped poster for our episode title
with my head on Leonidas's body, hopefully.
Well, it'll be whoever wins kicking the other team into the hole.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a spoiler.
So speaking of the rules, Reed, I know it's slightly different today, but I guess we have to go classic, right?
Yeah, we'll go classic.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
The cream
cream will rise all the way to the top.
Thank you, Darren. And if you listened to episode 298, you heard Darren's voice for the first time. He actually played a game with us. We loved it. And just one more note here. If this is the first time you're listening to the show, thank you for listening to the 300th celebratory episode. But as we said up top, it's going to be a little bit different than our normal game. A few extra questions, but basically exactly the same. So,
completely different, but absolutely the same. Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, all of the questions are on our soundboard. So we're just going to play them live, and we're going to react to them live. And we'll see how this goes. Is everyone ready to go?
Triviality react.
Don't accidentally hit the Wolverine button 7 times. That's all I'll ask.
I won't accidentally hit the Wolverine button 7 times.
He's reaching for it right now.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That was an accident. Okay. All right. Here's our first question. Like I said, first round is going to be in sports. And I believe this is from Josh Snyder.
Hi, Triviality. This is Josh Snyder from Baltimore, Maryland. Congrats on reaching 300. I think that means you bowled a perfect game. Here's your question in the category Chris Berman names that should have happened. You know, like Thai corn on the cob or Mark actual retail price. What would be the Chris Berman name of the Nigerian-American shutdown corner who was a 4-time All-Pro and played for the Raiders, Eagles, and 49ers between 2003 and 2013? He's married to Scandal star Kerry Washington and has acted and produced, but as far as I know, he's never gotten to play the star of the musical Oliver, where he would get in trouble requesting a second helping of gruel from Mr. Bumble.
All right, so that was words. Thank you for the question. I don't know.
This is
I believe this is foosball.
Yes.
And we were talking about foosball.
Do you know, Matt?
Yeah. I do. I know who the cornerback is.
I think I know the second
that's
one.
good because that's the question.
That's the question, right?
Well, it's like a before and after, isn't it?
Right, right.
Do you guys have any idea, or are you giving up?
No, I thought we might try and talk it out, but we don't. I don't think we're gonna find out.
I have no idea what that was asking.
So the cornerback
it's sports. It's sports, Matt.
Yeah.
Forget it, Matt. It's sports.
I think it's Nnamdi Asomugha is the corner.
Oh.
What did you think the second one was?
No, I think it's just the one because that name sounds like. Can I have some more?
Yeah, what I was going to say, my thing was, I guess I'm thinking of the cornerback then.
Oh, so it'd be Nyande, can I have some more?
Nyande, please sir, can I have some more?
Yeah, I think we're close. Let's figure out what.
Okay.
I think that counts for points.
Okay, here we go.
And he says,
The answer, Nnamdi, please sir, I want Asamoah. Keep on keeping on. And hey, you are the cream of the crop.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks so much for the question submission. And yeah, you guys got points.
Are we getting points for that? All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
We'll give you points
what
for
the
that.
hell.
Well, as soon as you said Nnamdi Asomugha, I was like, oh, I do remember that name.
That's not a name
Yeah.
I've heard.
That is a tough question.
That was fun though.
But you got points.
Yeah.
You got it. You nailed it perfectly.
All right. Well, let's see how this continues to go. Still in sports. I think we have David Feuder up next.
Hey, Triviality. This is Dave Feuder. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this 300th show. Congratulations to all of your success and continued best wishes for 300, 600, 900, however many more. It's been a pleasure to support the podcast and be on the show and host the show. And so here's a little question. The category is sports logos. So the Hartford Whalers are a now defunct NHL franchise, but which current team in the 4 major U.S. professional sports still has a whale on their primary logo?
All right, we're locked in.
I'm just gonna throw this out here before we really get into more questions, but it means a lot that the accolades people are giving us, and so I know I'm glad this is an audio medium, so you can't see all of my makeup running today. So.
Yeah, Jeff's makeup is running pretty hard. You look like
I wanted to look good for the audience.
Yeah, you do look good, Jeff. Even though you have a lot of
raccoon right now.
Yeah, exactly. Ken, you and Jeff are locked in.
Yeah.
All right. So Matt, I have a few ideas, but you're the sports guy. So what's your initial thought?
I think that this is our arch nemesis over on the Madhouse of Madison.
Yeah, for a few years there when there were still
when they're when they had the twins.
When both
if I
teams were good.
recall, the Sedines.
All I have to add, Matt.
Luongo.
Oh, I love Roberto. We should throw more seafood
he's
at
a
him.
he's a great guy.
All I have to add is all I think one of them has like an orca whale logo. That's all I'm thinking of. Is that what it is?
This question can go Canuck itself. Vancouver Canucks.
We said the same. And the answer is?
The answer to that question is the Vancouver Canucks.
Yay.
The C in the Canucks is now an orca, or killer whale. So I hope everyone there got that question right. I bet Matt did, but I don't know.
Oh,
anyway,
David.
like I said, it's my pleasure to continue to support the podcast, and I hope everyone here listening chips in on Patreon too, because it's well worth it. So like I said, great job, and thanks.
Great plug.
Yeah, thanks for the free plug.
If you choose to, it is a voluntary subscription service. Of course, only if you can afford to. We understand. We're
But
not.
You don't want to let down David, so
We're
you
not
better
asking for your
check
money.
it out.
Yeah, don't let down David. He is a
but
lawyer.
We'll gladly accept it.
He'll sue you. This is the 90s. They'll sue you. But no, it's a good opportunity for a Patreon plug. So as Jeff said, for as little as $1 a month, you get all of our new main feed episodes ad-free. So just for $1 a month. And then if you're at $5 a month or higher, you'll get all of our old bonus audio content.
And our current audio bonus content.
Bonus content,
Not
right.
just the old stuff.
And some other stuff, too.
Whatever we keep coming out with.
And what's the site, Jeff?
Patreon.com/trivialitypodcast.
That's right. All right. Our next question, I believe, is from Zane Placey.
Hey, guys. It's Zane Placey from Sandy Springs, Georgia. When I hosted episode 262, I mentioned that Wilt Chamberlain's historic 100-point game took place in a stadium in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Hershey is now back in sporting news as the hometown of what star midfielder of the United States men's national soccer team, who scored the only goal of their thrilling victory over Iran in the group stage of the 2022 World Cup.
Okay, soccer question.
Yeah.
Did you watch?
No.
I think I was watching, but I don't know the names.
I abstained, refusing to support the World Cup due to the, issues.
The horribleness.
Yeah, we don't need to do the Jeff Wah on this one.
So
it's
we're going to say Jimmy Boots.
Oh, Jay Boots.
Is he the American cousin of Jimmy Bose?
Yeah.
He's third cousins with Jimmy Buckets.
Do you know this one, Neil?
So I didn't really watch the World Cup. I watched a tiny bit of it. I watched a lot more of the women's national team because they're better. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I know I saw pictures of this guy like when he scored the goal, but I couldn't put a name on him.
Yeah, he's one of the most talented young strikers we've had since we made Much Ado About Freddie. He didn't work out for us, unfortunately. But I'm pretty sure that this is Christian Pulisic. Pulisic? I forget how to say his name, but that's what it is.
Our mutual friend Kevin asked for that for Christmas and got a jersey of him because he
Wow,
plays
that's
on
right.
Chelsea.
That's right.
All right, let's see the answer.
Christian Pulisic.
He got really injured on that goal. And,
did he?
He had a lower extremity injury that he would not go into further
I
detail.
love
He
the
kicked so hard that
nondescriptness
his
of soccer
knee
injuries.
came apart.
No, he
Just
was
tore
he was
off.
grateful for his cup, I believe.
I see.
Do they still wear cups? I feel like athletes don't really wear cups anymore. When I was a kid, you had to wear a
I
cup.
can assure you that they do.
Oh, the
Do they?
cup
Okay.
check.
Because I
That
still
was
have
a big
cups
thing
in
in
my
Little League
definitely
Baseball.
do.
You could walk to my dresser right now. There's 2 cups in there still, just in case I need one.
And they
Your
still fit
cabinets are
despite
full
being
of
junior
cups, too.
sizes.
But
Let's
speaking,
move on.
speaking of our mutual friend, though, I know Ken enjoyed this. The jersey was not in town because it was coming from England or wherever it was coming from, and our friend took a picture of this Christian Pulisic, a very seductive picture, and put it in a frame for him and said it's coming. So that was a nice gift, I thought.
Yeah.
All right. Our next question is from Sam.
The category for this question is 300 in the NFL. There have been 14 quarterbacks to throw 300 or more touchdown passes over their NFL careers. Number 14 on this list is a retired quarterback who threw exactly 300 TD passes with one team over his 16-year career. That team's stadium shares the same time zone as only one other team in the NFL. Who is the quarterback in question?
And just for the record, Sam did not give an answer for this one. So we're going to do a little live research after we give our guesses, but we'll see what happens.
He was so confident that I would know the answer that we would need no answers, no further research.
I think I know it too,
John
Matt.
Elway.
But
what do you say? No, I don't know. Here, I'll look up the answer. Since I have nothing to add, I'll look up the answer.
Okay.
Now, it's funny he should say Jonathan Elway.
Yes.
Because I also think it's John Elway.
As my favorite quarterback of all time, I'm almost positive it is John Elway.
Yeah.
Because
So should I Google John Elway and not 300?
I would Google John Elway 300 16 years maybe.
So here's the thing: is there's very few football teams in Mountain Time, so that is where I was going to start.
It also makes me think, played for the same team for 16 years, right? So anyone over 300, I'm thinking like Eli Manning, but he has probably way more than 300. Dan Marino probably has way more than 300 touchdowns. So
And they're also in the Eastern time zone. So
Right, with a lot of other teams.
Touchdown. Yeah, 300.
Yeah. So we
Oh,
were
look at
going to
that.
guess John Elway.
Did I get a football question right?
You
got
did.
it football.
All right. Well, Sam, we appreciate the Google little mystery search there, but I think we all got it. John Elway, 10 points. Thank you for that question.
Oh, you guys are on a roll right now.
You're in a small category of listeners now who have asked me a football question that I answered correctly.
That's right.
This is the 300th episode of Benchwarmers, right? Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Oh, no, we do other things besides sports too?
No, the sports is the first category, and then we move on. We front loaded it for you, Matt.
It's all
Oh, I
sports.
appreciate
Matt.
it.
So
So
you
get out to a
guys
tear,
could take an
and
early
then-
lead, and then we can catch up
Right.
gradually.
That's why I put science second for everyone, just so it would even out. All right, our next question, I believe, is coming from Zach.
Hi, my name is Zach, and I'm a recent Oakland 5 Patreon subscriber, and I wanted to
Zach.
submit a sports-related question for your 300th episode. So, for decades, it was said to be physically impossible to break 4 minutes in the mile. In 1954, who broke the 4-minute barrier running 3:59.4?
1954.
I feel like
Is that what
we've
he
talked
said?
about this before.
I feel like we have, yeah.
I don't have a lot of good running knowledge, I'll say that.
No.
No, I'm a bit of a runner.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a runner myself.
I am when I'm being pursued.
Do you have an answer?
I feel like I have something to share that might spark.
Your friendship is not an answer.
Do you guys have an answer?
I know this one. They're
Oh,
all-
you do?
You got to say
Yeah.
that, Matt, so we can talk.
Oh, hey, I know the answer.
Thanks,
This
Matt.
is 300th episode now, and you don't know our format.
It's my first time.
Is Matt locks in?
This is the first time the real Matt's been on the show.
That's true.
It's been his AI
the real
replicant.
Chat GPT. But as Matt locks in for us both, I was just, if we didn't know the answer, I was just going to make a joke for an old podcast reference and lock in with Prefontaine, which I know is incorrect. But go ahead, guys. We're locked in.
A Blade Runner finally caught the Matt replicant.
I feel like it's like Roger something. He was British.
Roger Moore.
Daltrey?
Roger, I don't like the name that comes to mind, and I don't think it's correct. Is like Roger Primrose or something like I don't.
Oh, that's very British.
Yeah, right.
Roger Primrose.
Sir Roger Primrose.
I mean,
and the 4-minute
unofficially,
mile.
Eliud Kipchoge broke the 3-minute, but that's unofficial because
Okay.
his shoes are a problem apparently. But
Well, let's go with Roger Primrose, the famous runner.
One should never run a 4-minute mile without 2 cups of tea. Where, Matt, who is it? I have no idea.
It is Roger.
Roger
That is correct.
Bannister.
Bannister.
Oh no!
Let's find out if they're right.
So mad.
I'm just going to write Roger.
And that answer is Roger Bannister.
No.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your 300th.
Wow, thank you, Zach.
You got to remember just to grab onto that answer,
The Roger.
like a banister.
Oh.
The Berenstain Bears, I believe is what that was.
Well, after 5, looks like Mr.'s 300 has 50. So
Yeah.
thank you, Matt,
Thanks, guys.
for that.
How many more sports questions do we have?
That was or maybe one more in the final, but that was it.
Oh, good.
Oh,
And I
thank-
just have a
Thank God.
quick question to those 5 people who sent in the sports questions. Why do you hate me? Except for the person with the John Elway question. That was great.
And the hockey. You knew the
Oh,
Canucks.
yeah, I knew the hockey too.
And looks like we have 20 over there at This Is Triviality.
Yep. We're off to a slow start, but slow and steady.
Well, this is Triviality,
ends
so
the
that's
game
what
eventually.
happens.
So,
But you'll be thanking our listener and patron Casey Webster because the next category of 5 questions is science. So let's hear that one.
Sweet. Let's do a science.
Hi there, Casey Webster from Maine here. I wanted to congratulate you on your 300th episode. That's really amazing. I can't wait to listen to the next 300 episodes to come out in the future. I also wanted to leave a small shout out to the Triviality extended family on Discord. I recently lost my father, and I honestly don't know how I would have gotten through the past few months if it wasn't for the small interactions I've had on Discord. It's really meant a lot to me, especially our board game nights, and I just wanted everyone to know how thankful I am. Okay, enough of the mushy stuff. On to the question. What bodily function common to most animals is impossible for rabbits to perform?
Oh, that's it.
Interesting. And I will say, board game nights on Discord are super fun. We play code names, and it's a lot of fun, so you should join.
Yeah. And we are so proud of having such a great community. We're, of course, very sorry for your loss, but glad that the Discord community and the Triviality community could be there for you. So,
Yeah, and a hearty thank you to everyone who's a part of that community and welcoming everyone with open arms. And there's been movie nights recently, along with code names.
yeah, we'll have to pop into some of those.
Yeah, so
pretty
just
soon.
keep doing them, and we'll show up. And we're just so happy that you're doing all that stuff.
Or is
Now,
that
on to
like the
rabbit.
boss showing up if we go into the movie night?
Like undercover.
Like the boss goes to your
What are you
your-
kids
your
doing in
department
here?
lunch.
Maybe it's like undercover boss. We're like, hey, we're
We're just
watching a
watching
movie,
movies.
guys. Yeah.
What can't rabbits do?
We know what they can do, and they do it quite a lot.
Well, they copulate. Yes, we understand. They're
yes.
very fecund animals.
Procreate.
Copulate,
this is-
procreate, tomato. It's the
This
same.
is,
They can't eat gluten.
That's why you can't have those tricks.
Was
Too much
this on like
gluten.
other animals, mammals? What was the qualifier? I missed
I
that.
think that. What do you think? Or this? Which one?
I don't know. Are those the only two options?
When I hear bodily function,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'll let you pick.
which one? Okay.
I wanted to say walk backwards, so they probably can.
So they're locked in. So
I can't
my
look
feeble brain, when I hear bodily function, immediately went to either fart or throw up. So that's all
Yeah.
I got.
I thought maybe hiccup or maybe blink their eyes.
Oh,
I've
I
never
guess
seen a rabbit blink.
I've never seen a rabbit blink either.
Bum bum bum.
Have you ever seen a squirrel pee
Yes.
I have. Yes.
I've never seen a squirrel pee either.
or defecate?
They can do all those things. I will say that it is 2023, the year of the rabbit. So whatever rabbits can't do in solidarity this year, I will not be doing either. So I'm very interested to see what the answer to this is.
You're on a roll, though. You pick it then for us.
I'm going to say blink their eyes.
So you're gonna go the whole year without blinking?
I'm going to tape my eyes open.
They're the
eyes wide
Wednesday of
open.
the animal kingdom.
We're gonna go with fart.
Ooh, okay.
Because the poop is so peculiar.
Oh, because it's the little
Like
balls,
little BBs,
little BB guns.
So maybe there's no gas in between those.
There's gotta be.
That's a great
All right.
cartoon idea, like the one rabbit who has gas and no one else does, and he's like ostracized because he's like farting, and they're like, "What's this guy's deal? We just poop."
Rudolph the gassy rabbit.
I'm sorry, it just smells. Okay, all right. Let's see what the answer is.
I can't wait.
Rabbits are physically incapable of vomiting.
Oh,
Other animals
It
that
was
lack
sad.
the ability to throw up include horses, beavers, rats, and squirrels, among others. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for the question.
I wish I was physically incapable of vomiting because I need it.
Yeah.
No vomit, 2023. You heard it here first.
Vomit free since 2023.
Good for Matt. Good choice.
Yeah. That worked out okay for me. Could have been bad.
I hope it is a vomit free 2023 for you. And
It's
me.
been 20 days so far, so good looking out.
You're on the right
Good
track.
Start.
It's been 20 years for me, and I am not looking
No,
forward.
for real?
Yeah, for
No.
real.
Oh, lucky.
I feel nauseous all the time, but I never get
You
that.
can't tell us that because now it's just going to be our mission
Now
to
I'm
make you
thinking
throw
about
up.
it.
It's just a scotch of arsenic in your LaCroix. Just see what happens. All right, so
Just putting apple seeds in my LaCroix.
our next question, number 3 in the science round, is going to be from our listener Lydia.
Hello, Triviality gentlemen. This is Lydia, savage superstar / infectious diseases pharmacist extraordinaire, and I have a question for you guys. What antifungal medication is named after the state in which it is developed?
And,
Antifungal medication.
And that's question 2 of the science round for listeners. Sorry, I couldn't read my own handwriting.
I don't know if I've ever had a... Oh.
Antifungal cream?
What about... I've got it, I think.
Matt, how familiar are you with Tenactin, Tennessee?
It's tough acting from what I recall. All I know about Tenactin is John Madden.
Me too. Boom, tough acting Tenactin.
So what is Tenactin for?
It's for like
foot
fungus.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's for athlete's foot.
So that fits the category.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's another one though. It's a tube. Maybe it starts with a C. It's like orange and black. I've seen it before. I still don't know if that's right though, but
Well, I don't think we have anything else besides Tenactin.
I don't either.
Okay, well, you went for Tenactin, Tennessee. We went with Monistat for Montana. So
Ooh.
If this isn't correct, there's 2 antifungal medications with the state.
I'm sure there's more.
That's crazy.
Lydia's probably.
But with the state qualifier, like that's pretty big coincidence.
The eyes are being rolled. Okay, let's see.
It's Fungidaho.
So the answer is nystatin, which is named after New York State Department of Public Health. So I hope that you guys enjoy that question, and congratulations on all of your successful episodes. Bye.
I can't believe there was a tertiary answer.
Nice stats. New York State Department of Health. Wow.
And now we know.
That was shocking.
Yeah, that was really shocking. Our next question is going to be from Jeff Faust.
Hi, Ken McNeil and Jeff. This is Jeff from the Because I Said So podcast. I'm happy to be able to participate in your 300th episode. So here's a grown-up trivia question for you. With the introduction of the yellow or amber light warning drivers and pedestrians that the traffic signal was changing from green to red, the first 3-colored 4-way traffic light was patented in 1923 by Garrett Morgan in Cleveland, Ohio. To which company did Morgan sell his patent for $40,000?
And definitely check out Jeff's podcast, Because I Said So. It's a fun ride.
What do you think of this?
I find it interesting
Jeff.
how yellow lights are very different times depending on which state and city you're in.
Me too.
We're going to lock in.
You're locking in. Okay. I agree with you, Matt. I know in the suburbs here, you get a good, let me think, 1,000, 2, almost like 5 1,000, but in the city, it's maybe like 2 to 3 tops.
Half a second.
They're
It really
trying to get
surprised.
Well, you have to,
surprised Jane when she went through like 7 red lights. It was like, oh my God.
Don't
that's right.
admit it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nobody goes through red lights.
Well, you don't need it to be as long if you're going slower.
Who would purchase this?
Maybe like
Edison?
Yeah. What year was it again? It was like
1920 something.
What about, is it a person or you think it's like General Electric maybe?
General Electric. This seems like something they would purchase.
Or Ford?
Oh, Ford. Or maybe it was a brake company so you could wear out your brakes.
Oh, like what's the ones
Midas.
from Tommy Boy with the brake pads? I can't remember. Oh, Callahan or Callahan?
Oh, Callahan.
Yeah.
Callahan brakes, yeah.
I was just thinking, who would have been big at the time? So I was thinking, GE or maybe Ford was getting into like other transportation, but that would be.
Let's go with, I think Ford. I like that.
Okay.
And we went with GE.
All right.
So let's find out what it is. It's a tricky one.
The correct answer is General Electric.
Yeah.
Congratulations on 300 episodes. Here's to the next 300.
You guys are very confident we're going to have 300 more episodes.
It's a lot of pressure. I'm already folding under it, as you can see from the scores.
Well, at least we both said the right answers. That's why we're good as a team, but apart, we're not as strong.
Not as strong.
We're like, what's that Transformers thing where everyone
We're like
Voltron.
fingers.
Voltron, thank you.
We're like
Which is
fingers in
not
a hand.
Transformers.
Yeah, individually weak, but put
Together.
it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the thumb?
There is no thumb. The thumb is the listener.
Oh, there you
Dutch boy.
go. Listeners are the thumbs and we're the fingers. I like it.
Because we'd be nothing without the opposable listener.
That makes sense. Scientifically correct.
If this wasn't called like the 300th episode, that'd be a great episode title, The Opposable Listener. I like that. All right, our next question in science coming to us from our friend Kellen, who you'll hear on January's Patreon bonus.
Hey.
Hey guys, it's Kellen McGuire. I am so proud of you all for making it to 300 episodes. That's very impressive and very exciting. And what else is very exciting is the news of an upcoming Frasier reboot, because that is one of my favorite TV shows. Now, you probably already know, because it's a common trivia question, that Frasier has the Primetime Emmy Award record of most wins for a comedy series. They won 37 awards in the 11-season run. But what you might not know is that Frasier, tied with Modern Family, also has the most wins for the category of Outstanding Comedy Series. So within one, how many times did Frasier win the Emmy Award for Outstanding Comedy Series?
Oh, man.
I was promised a science question.
I thought it was science too. Let me just double check my notes here, because that's definitely not science.
You blew it.
Well,
No,
Frasier
thank you, Kellen. I
engages in
personally bothered her
psychology.
for a question, so I appreciate it.
Psychology is like a science.
Yeah. What do you say to this? I don't know specifically. What do you say?
We can lock in so you guys can talk.
Okay.
Oh, you know?
Because I had to write it for my book. Yeah.
The book.
So here's the thing.
Is 5 a lot?
I'm trying to think of what would have gone up against Modern Family. So what was the category that they won for? Ensemble?
Outstanding Comedy Series.
Outstanding Comedy Series.
I'd say 5 is reasonable, right?
Yeah, I feel like The Big Bang win a bunch. I'm trying to think of what
That's a different time, though.
Because Modern Family was like
won a
11
bunch.
seasons and they just went off air.
I don't know what you're trying to...
I think anywhere between 5 and 7 is a reasonable.
All right, let's go 6 then.
Okay.
Or you went with 6. Do we have to be within 1?
I don't know. There was no.
We're going dead on.
Going dead on? All right, we're going to lock in Matt with 5. Let's see the answer.
I'm going to beat you up, Jeff.
The correct answer is 5. They won
you're
5 times for Outstanding Comedy Series. So if you put 4, 5, or 6, congratulations, you are a winner.
So we get the all right. My threat is retracted.
I will say, Louis, in your notes, it said science, but we're not going to say anything bad because that was technically a scientific question of numbering within the arts. So
I blame Neil.
You blame me. Just blame me. I didn't hear any of the questions beforehand, but I will take full responsibility. Okay, thank you, Kellen. This is our last question in the science round, coming to us from Evan.
Hi, Triviality. This is Evan Bendixson from Texas, and I'm so proud of you for reaching 300 episodes, and I'm happy to be a part of celebrating it. So without further ado, a page from the Harvard Mark II Electromechanical Computers Logbook, which is featured in the Smithsonian National Museum of American History,
Now we're talking science.
includes an entry dated September 9th, 1947, and features the first actual case of a bug being found. What was that bug?
What is the bug?
What is the bug? So this is a computer
Science
bug.
question. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like a supercomputer of some sort.
Oh, not in 47.
There was a 1 where there should have been a 0. I
A
don't know how
binary
to
bug.
answer such a question. Thank
Yeah.
you, Evan. That's a solid one.
Evan is a really good coder, so this makes sense. He's giving us the hard stuff.
What is the? I don't even know what kind of bugs they find now.
Yeah.
Super bugs.
We're gonna say there was a 0 instead of a 1.
And we'll
Binary
say
bug.
there was a 1 instead of a 0.
Is that what you want to go with?
Yeah, they're both wrong. Who cares?
Okay, I was going to say that there was a copy of the DVD of The Pest in there. John
That's quite a
Leguizamo.
bug.
Yeah.
So it looks like we have 0 instead of a 1 and a 1 instead of a 0.
Yeah.
I think either way we're getting 0.
Let's find out.
It was a moth, which is featured in the book. The actual moth is attached to the page, and the moth had been trapped in a relay, which had caused hardware issues in the computer itself. So that was the first actual case of a bug being found.
Is that why we?
Hope you all enjoyed that.
Yes.
Hope you got it right. So thanks again.
That's amazing.
Quick shout out to my beautiful wife, Erin, and my 2 beautiful daughters, Everly and Eleanor. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Evan. Yeah, I totally forgot that the first computer bug was like a bug, and that's why it's called a bug.
That's funny.
So it
insane.
reminded me, and Jeff learned something. So
That's really cool. I
I
don't
don't think
that.
I'm the only one who learned something.
no,
But
well, we got it wrong.
that was a great question.
It's a great question.
Well, to learn something means I can recall it later, which is not true. So I learned nothing. I won't remember it. I will not remember that.
with this being a supersized episode, we have 2 little mini potpourri rounds before and at the end of the game. So this is our first potpourri round of 3 questions, and then we'll do our little score recap here. So our first potpourri. Sorry. Oh no. Potpourri. Thank you. Yeah, Popo Jijo.
What's my Hawaii name? Popiopi.
Except for getting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So this first one is coming to us from Joe Visconti. Thank you, Joe.
Hey guys, my name is Joe Visconti, and I'd like to submit a question for your 300th episode. I discovered your podcast a few months ago and have been listening to current and older episodes during my commute to and from work. Great stuff. Keep it up. Hope you guys make another 300.
Thank you.
Okay, here's the question. Wordle was the top searched term in the United States for 2022, according to Google Trends. There are 5 people listed in the top 10. 1 person died last year in 2021, 3 people died this year in 2022, and 1 person that died in 1994. 2 points for each person you can name for a total of 10 possible points.
That's interesting.
So just to recap, I wrote it down. So 1 person died 2021, 3 people died 2022, 1 person died 1994.
All right, we have our answers here. What do you guys think?
So we locked in with the 2021 death as Betty White, the 1994 death, Princess Diana, and then the 3 of 2022, Queen Elizabeth, Pope Benedict, and Betty White or Barbara Walters.
Oh, all right. Well, we said Betty White, Queen Elizabeth for the 1994. We said Dahmer, Gilbert Gottfried, and Triviality, just because we couldn't think of the last 2. But shout out to our friend of the show, kind of, Gil and
Triviality. Oh, no, not friend of the show.
Let's go back to Joe and hear the answers.
Okay, the answer. The 5 people that were listed in the top 10 search terms of 2022, according to Google Trends, were Betty White, who died December 31st of 2021, Bob Saget, Queen Elizabeth, and Anne Heche, who all died in 2022, and Jeffrey Dahmer, who died in 1994.
Yeah, pretty sure.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Pretty sure Princess Diana was 97.
That makes more sense. I was thinking Nicole Brown, too, possibly, but I doubt that she would have been searched.
I want to say like August 26th, 7th, something like that, because I remember exactly where I was when that happened.
All right, so we'll take 6 points on that, and you guys got
4.
All right, let's get the next one.
This should be from Chris.
Hi, Ken McNeil. This is Chris, long-time listener from Perth, Australia, home to the West Coast Eagles. Congrats on reaching 300. My question is in the category of gambling is evil. What is the sum of all the numbers on a standard casino roulette wheel?
All right, I think we know this one off the top, but also we could do the math if we want to.
I did.
Okay. So we're in.
You're in. So, Matt, I believe there was a clue in the question. I think it's one of those funny things that adds up to 666, or the tattoo on Ken's lower back.
Whoa.
Wow. It's a bold claim. Yeah, we said 666 as well.
All right, let's hear the answer.
The answer is 666, the number of the beast.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Go Swans. Just got to throw that in there.
All right. And our last question here in the potpourri round before the swing round is going to be from our friend Lauren Couchois.
Hey, Triviality. It's your favorite Sutton Foster imposter, Lauren Couchois. 300 episodes is amazing, and you have certainly brightened my life with your antics, trivia, and just by being you. My question for you all is inspired by my 2 favorite things, Wayne's World and farming. So the question is titled, actually it's pronounced Miliwake, which is Algonquin for the good land. And the question is, the Algonquian people are an indigenous people of eastern Canada. They lived by hunting, fishing, and by cultivating which 3 crops that are known as the 3 sisters. And I'll even give you a Wayne's World 5-second countdown. 5, 4, 3.
We can be locked in.
Okay.
All right, so they're locked in. What do you think? Wheat, soy, corn?
I like wheat. I think corn was further south.
All right, tobacco? Probably not.
Even
No,
further
that's
south,
not really
I
a
think.
staple crop
Yeah,
for eating.
I think it got brought over too, right?
Possibly, I don't know. I don't know where soy's from. Could be from the
I
Americas.
think wheat, soy, corn is reasonable. What else really?
Yeah.
What else is a big crop?
That you make crap out of.
Yeah, I say wheat, soy, corn.
Okay.
Matt, you locked in for us?
Yeah, we were around the same thing. We said wheat, corn, but we also went with barley. They seem like sisters, like
have
they'd
our
hang
answer.
out.
And the answer is the three sisters are known as squash, corn, and string beans.
Oh, well,
And
we
just
got
in
one
case
of
there
them.
was any discussion about this, the beans could be legumes or the string bean type.
Okay.
So I hope you all got it right, or at least let in a little Wayne's World into your lives for today. Thanks again for just being you and all that you guys do. And as Cal Pal says, love you guys all the days. Congratulations on 300 episodes.
Yay! Oh, we were thinking of the three brothers. That's the problem of farming.
Isn't it two brothers
I don't.
that have like the wheat and the barley?
I don't
there?
know. About
That's what
farming.
that movie with Mark Wahlberg's about.
Look at how smooth my hands are. You think I know anything about farming?
Two brothers, where art thou? I don't understand.
So we need a score update here after the first half here. First half, we have, I think, 60, 70, 74 over at Mister's 300. What about you
Really,
guys?
we got 56. I'm surprised you're in such a strong lead.
They dominated.
You did play well. You did play well.
Well, Matt, do you want to intro our swing round?
Our swing
This
round.
is the swing
was-
round.
And it is brought to you by someone who lives in my home. My beautiful girlfriend Jane. She wrote this, and I swear I haven't seen them or heard them. She made me leave the house when she recorded.
All right.
It's weird. She told me that you live in your home, like jointly, not just
Yeah.
yours personally.
Oh, we share a home. I live in the shack. We went over this. I'm in the pod shack right now.
You're in the coach house.
All right, let's hear from Jane.
Hey guys, this is Jane. Congratulations on reaching your 300th episode. I think I'm one of the few people who can honestly say that I don't know where my life would be without Triviality Podcast. All that aside, I know there are so many of us who can't wait for Tuesday to roll around so we can learn and laugh alongside you. For your swing round today, I will provide you 3 things, and you have to name what comes forth in the sequence. So this could either be names or things or places. You have to figure out the category and then figure out the answer. Io, Callisto, Europa. Samantha, Carrie, Charlotte. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. Mesa Verde, Great Sand Dunes, Black Canyon. Johnny, Ben, Susan. Packers, Jets. Amethyst, Aquamarine, Diamond. Self-titled debut album, Fearless, Speak Now. Monica, Erica, Rita. Identity, Supremacy, Ultimatum.
All right. So those are our questions for the swing round, and we'll be right back and see if we can figure these out.
We took it all. We brought them to our land. An endless night, ember hot and icy cold. The rage of the earth. We made this curse. Carved it in the blood on our backs. We did not see. We could not, but she did. And in the end...
What will I become? Senua's Saga. Hellblade 2.
Play it now with Game Pass.
And we are back with our answers. Let's toss it back to Jane, and we'll do these one by one.
So now we're going to go back through and I will read the questions again, followed by the answers. Io, Callisto, Europa.
All right, Jeff and I said
Ganymede.
I'll let you say it because you love the space stuff.
You said Ganymede. Matt and I just thought it was Titan. We had no idea.
Did you say Ganymede? These are the moons of Jupiter.
Yay.
Specifically the...
Samantha, Carrie, Charlotte.
It's pre-recorded, Jeff. You can't. You
I
can't
know.
stop.
I can't just jump in.
All right. What is it? What were we
I
going
would
to
say
say?
the Galilean moons. Yeah.
All right. We said Miranda for this one.
We also said Miranda of Sex and the City
Neal
fame.
is such a Miranda.
Oh.
Did you say Miranda? These are the 4 women on Sex and the City.
All right. Good start.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Prince Caspian, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader.
All right. We said Silverchair, our favorite grunge band.
We also said Silverchair, our second favorite grunge band.
After who?
We'll never tell.
Can't put them on the spot.
Temple
like
of the
that.
Dog. Okay.
Did you say The Silver Chair? These are Chronicles of Narnia by release date. Mesa Verde, Great Sand Dunes, Black Canyon.
We knew these were national parks, but we didn't quite know how to format this or like what we were getting at. So we just said Yosemite. We're not sure.
Yeah, we thought they were also parks. Matt had an inkling that they were all in Colorado, so we said Yellowstone.
Did you guess Rocky Mountain? These
Nope.
are the 4 national parks of Colorado.
Well, you were close.
Johnny, Ben, Susan.
Yeah, for this one, we said Reed.
We also thought these were fantastic questions, and this is a fantastic answer. We said Reed, as in Reed Richards.
Did you say Reed? These are the Fantastic Four. Packers, Jets.
Yep, we think these are Super Bowl winners in order starting with number 1. So we said Kansas City Chiefs.
And we said the same. Kansas City Chiefs.
Did you say Chiefs? These are the Super Bowl champions, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Amethyst, Aquamarine, Diamond.
We said Emerald. I think this is birthstones in order. Kind of a guess.
We also thought these were birthstones, but we didn't know which one, so we said Pearl.
Did you guess Emerald? These are birthstones in order, beginning in February for a little bit of a twist.
Good job, Jeff.
Self-titled debut album, Fearless, Speak Now.
All right, we think this is Taylor Swift albums, and we said Red would be the next one.
We agree. We went with Red.
Target exclusive.
Did you guess Red? If so, you're a Swiftie. These are Taylor Swift studio albums in chronological order.
There was something with Target, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Monica, Erica, Rita.
Yep. Next is Tina, and as we continue, they're only getting sweeter.
Yes, we also thought this was the precursor to getting sweeter. We said Tina.
Did you say Tina? These are the list of women in the Mambo No. 5 chorus. Identity, Supremacy, Ultimatum.
And we wish Jeremy Renner a quick recovery after his accident. Don't laugh, I'm serious. But he was in The Bourne Legacy.
It's got good good hot sauce. Yeah, we weren't sure if Jane was going for only the ones with Matt Damon, because then it would be Jason Bourne, but we believe it's just in order. So we said The Bourne Legacy.
Did you guess Legacy? These are movies in the Jason Bourne franchise.
Right. So that's it. We picked up 45 points in that swing round, which was much needed.
We picked up 35, excuse me.
So there you go. Moving on.
So yeah, looks like we have 109 over here. And you have 101. So close game. All right. So as we said, the second half here is going to start with movies and TV. And I believe Matt Kirk is going to be our first question. So let's go to Matt Kirk.
Greetings to the Triviality crew on the occasion of your 300th episode. This is Matt Kirk, most known for my proficiency with Star Trek trivia. However, I am not one of those that believes Star Trek and Star Wars need be mutually exclusive, and so I have a question based on both franchises just for you. Both Gates McFadden, who played Dr. Beverly Crusher in Star Trek The Next Generation, and James Earl Jones, who voiced Darth Vader, can be found in what 1990 action film?
I'm not familiar with the first action film with James Earl Jones. That's interesting.
From 1990.
From 1990. That's tough. I really don't know. Do you have any idea?
This is the precursor to Speed. Velocity.
No.
Classic film. Gates McFadden.
I couldn't picture that person.
She's just your generic 80s blonde. It
doesn't help.
I know. Pretty sure she's blonde.
1990 action film. Let's say Die Hard 2.
You think James Earl Jones is in Die Hard 2?
It's possible.
It is possible.
So we were discussing the perennial action favorite, Driving Miss Daisy, but he was only in the play version of that. That was Morgan Freeman in the movie, so we realized that was wrong right away. I don't know, Matt. I think Hunt for Red October is 1990. I guess you consider that an action movie?
I wouldn't consider it an action movie.
Ken hates submarines.
I wouldn't
Cliffhanger? Was he on the cliff? Did he play the cliff? I don't understand.
He was the cliff and Cliffhanger.
He voiced the cliff.
That would be a much scarier cliff.
You're going to fall.
The only things he was in a movie called Convicts, which wasn't, but I feel like Hunt for October is a better trivia answer because it's a more famous movie.
Okay, go with that one.
All right, that's what we'll lock in.
We said Die Hard 2.
The answer, of course, is The Hunt for Red October,
I
one of
barely
my favorites.
remember him in that.
Congrats on this milestone, guys, and we hope to hear 300 more.
Clearly, despite the 300th episodes, I'm not getting any smarter.
I love everyone's wishing us the next 300, as Matt said, but...
Well, it's funny, too, because I feel bad because the thing I'm good at contributing to, science, was brutally difficult. And now I'm out for the rest of the game. So good luck, Ken.
This is movies and pop culture, right?
Oh, that's right.
This is where I should be strong.
That's true. Well, you'll pick it up here. We got a question from Ann Herndon coming up next.
Hi, y'all. It's Anne from Northern Michigan. Congrats on your 300th episode. I'm so happy for all y'all, and I am so happy that I've had the opportunity to appear on 1% of your episodes. Here's your question. 2 actors in the 90s who went on to win Oscars for their performances portrayed characters with what congenital disorder caused by an abnormal brain development before or shortly after birth that affects movement, posture, and muscle tone?
Okay. Looks like they're locked in. What are you thinking, Matt?
Oh, I'm not thinking anything. I don't know this at all.
So I'm thinking 2 Oscar winners. I was just trying to think of movies with Oscar winners where they had a debilitation of some sort, probably from birth. And I believe Daniel Day-Lewis, I think My Left Foot, I think he had cerebral palsy. There's got to be I think there's another Oscar winner that had cerebral palsy for a performance. That's what's coming to my head first, which I believe is from birth. But
okay, let's go with it. I can't think of anything else. So
okay,
we said the same. Would the other one maybe be Gary Oldman, or
maybe
something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, we said cerebral palsy, so let's see.
For an extra bonus point, can you name me either one of the actors and the movies that are associated with them?
So, whoops, we paused too soon, so forget the bonus points, but we said cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Continue.
The correct answer is cerebral palsy. So Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot and Kevin Spacey in The Usual Suspects.
Oh,
he was like faking it, though.
He was faking it.
I guess that counts.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler,
He was
sorry.
faking it.
Spoiler alert, even in that, he's a terrible human.
Yeah.
Oh.
Guys are so
That's not a
safe.
spoiler. Everyone
if he's
knows that.
faking, debility.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true.
Disability.
Yeah, we'll take 10 points, though, each. We both got cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you, Anne, for the question. Our next question is coming from Jared Seal.
Hey, folks and fellas. This is Jared Seal. I've been listening to the podcast since about the 80s, I want to say. The episode number, not the decade. But I'm super happy for you guys that you've made it this far and that you're continuing to still go strong. So here's to the future. And my question is, in the highbrow erudite cartoon Beavis and Butthead. What two bands are featured on the titular characters' t-shirts?
All right, we're locked in.
Just to confirm.
Here. Yep.
So as Matt puts TP in my bunghole, I think
I am Cornholio.
Pretty sure this is Metallica. And AC/DC?
Yeah, I believe that's 100% correct.
Yeah, we said the same. Let's see what they say.
Our good friends Mr. Butthead and Mr. Beavis are sporting Metallica and AC/DC t-shirts.
Was his real name Butthead?
Maybe. Mr. Butthead, I like it.
Mr. Butthead.
I like the formal nature of that. 10 points apiece. Our next one's coming to us from Emily Baker. And thank you again, Jared.
Hey, Triviality friends, it's Emily Baker. I've made my graceful return to your headphones or speakers or whatever medium you get the podcast through to read a question for the 300th episode. Which of the following is not one of Superman's powers at some point in time? Super kissing, the ability to give an amnesia-inducing kiss. Super sweat, the ability to blast acidic sweat onto enemies. Super ventriloquism, the ability to project the voice across a room with a flawless accuracy. Or Mini-Me, the ability to shoot a mini clone of Superman that shares his same powers and abilities out of his hand.
Well, all ridiculous.
Love this question.
That's very good.
So 3 of these definitely were in the comics,
which is hilarious.
I'm gonna say the Mini-Me.
Okay.
You don't think he could shoot Mini-Me?
Yeah.
I think he could shoot Mini-Me.
Do you? I was leaning that way, or just regular?
I think it's too distant from his wide array of powers.
Yeah, and we're just picking one out of all of these, right? So
yeah,
what were you thinking, Matt?
Ventriloquist, I think, is a definite. I feel like he can do that, and I think the DC cartoonists and writers would love to do kissing powers.
I like the amnesia kiss. I don't know about just a super kiss, or maybe it was the same thing.
That's the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the sweat. I don't think Superman sweats.
Yeah, I guess
You ever see him sweat?
Okay.
Not on
Is
Earth.
Dean Cain sweating ever? I don't think so.
He's just permanently slightly damp.
So we say Mini-Me and you guys say Super Sweat.
Super Sweat.
So let's see what Emily says.
And the answer is Super Sweat. That is not one of Superman's powers. That is actually a power from the hero Anarchist in the Marvel Comics. All of the rest of them are real. I personally think my favorite is Superman shooting a mini clone of himself out of his hand. I just love the idea of that.
Just why?
And before I go, I just want to say huge congrats on 300 episodes. That is an incredible accomplishment. I'm so lucky to have met you guys through trivia, and I'm really honored to have been a part of this process at all over the past 300 episodes. So congrats again, you guys. I can't wait to see you guys in Chicago soon.
Just biologically, why?
Yeah.
Is he able to shoot a Mini-Me?
Why would he need to shoot a Mini-Me of himself?
Thank you to Emily. I think I badgered her as well. So
as soon as you said the sweat thing, I was like, yeah, Superman doesn't break a sweat.
Mm-hmm.
It's beneath him.
Our next and last question in the movies TV round, and first of 2 questions submitted for the 300th episode, is from our friend Nate McQuinn. So thank you, Nate, and let's hear this question.
This is Nathan McQuinn. Congratulations to Triviality on 300 episodes. Today's question is a TV question. What 1990s TV sitcom featured movies that included Rochelle, Prognosis Negative, and Sack Lunch? It's still unclear what Art Vandelay's favorite movie was.
It's fine. Just let it roll. We're all locked in with
Sack Lunch was the one for me.
Yeah, right. And when we all heard that The English Patient was a bore.
Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Seinfeld. Great question.
An erotic journey.
How about Death Blow?
Death Blow, is that in there too?
Hey, well, I don't think it was, but I love that.
Welcome to Movie Phone.
Death Blow has the ending of a lone dancer. That's a little scary.
Why don't you just tell me what movie you want to see?
All right. So after 5 in the top of the second half here, it looks like we're perfect over here at the Misters 300, adding an extra 50, so we're at 159.
Jeez, were you really?
Yep.
So we're at 131.
131. All right.
Sure, we do a midpoint break in the second round, but not in the first round.
Yeah, that's all right.
So we get to doing
Format's
things live.
out the window.
Format's out the window, yeah. This next one, it's going to be 5 questions of music and literature. The first one coming to us from our friend Paul McLaughlin.
Hello, Triviality folks. Paul McLaughlin here. Congratulations on hitting the big 300. My question for you is this. Although it took years for all the legalities to be sorted out and the paperwork signed, the breakup of the Beatles began in April of 1970 when Paul McCartney announced he was leaving the band. How old was the oldest member of the Beatles when they called it quits?
All right, so this is a number guess. I'm going to say 29.
Ooh, I was right in that range. I was thinking 31.
No 30s.
They were that young,
No 30s. What do you think?
How old do you think Sir Paul is now?
I don't know.
80?
I'm not doing math.
He's older than 80.
I ain't doing math. I say 29. Do you agree?
Sure, I'll give it to you. This is why Ken's team always loses.
Sorry, you don't know how old he is, and you can't. We're not doing the math.
So you're saying
the math is inconsequential if we don't know how old he is.
they're saying 29?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Matt?
Well, he said in 71 is when it started, right?
That's when they ended. Yeah.
So, they were in their lower 20s in the 60s when they became popular.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would think maybe even over 30. I would think maybe 32.
That old?
I think maybe like Ringo was. He
Okay.
seemed older.
All right. I'll grant you the 32.
More mature.
Yeah, we'll say 32.
That's
Why
how
not?
you know somebody's mature when they say mature.
Mature.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever want to question how you're doing in life, keep in mind that the Beatles established themselves as the world's most popular band, wrote some of history's most enduring music, and then left it all behind before any of them turned 30. Born October 9th, 1940, elder Beatle John Lennon was 29 when McCartney announced the breakup. Have a good one, all.
We'll give Ken that one.
Yeah, that was a good guess.
Jeff, get back. Just get back.
Yeah, 29. Wow, that's crazy. All broke up before they were 30.
Made fools of you all.
Well, speaking, Ken's.
How old are you again?
I'm gloating. I am 35. I've written some good songs myself, though. Just nobody's ever heard them.
Samuel L. Jackson didn't even start acting until he was 45.
There you
I
go.
saw once.
Alan Rickman's first film role was Die Hard, so
yeah,
it's
there you
not
go.
too late for me. It is too late, but it's not.
No, never too late. All right, our next question is coming to us from the Bone Doctor, Chase Ansock.
Just statistically unlikely, right, Ken?
Correct.
Hey, Triviality boys. This is Chase Ansock, the Bone Doctor. I've been listening to the podcast since 2019, and you guys have helped me walk my dogs at least 1,000 miles by this point.
Wow.
My question for you is in the category of pop punk royalty. Still Into
Only
You
for
was
sale.
a top 10 hit from Paramore in 2013, and the song is ostensibly written about Hayley Williams' future husband, Chad Gilbert, who is the lead guitarist for what prominent pop punk band?
Nice.
Chad Gilbert.
And the collective hearts of all the fans of Paramore were a little upset that day.
Including Nils?
Including mine.
Chad Gilbert.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Was he also in Paramore?
I don't think so. Was
That'd
he? That'd be funny.
Yeah.
We can lock in. We know this one.
Yeah, we're locked in. Matt and I know this one.
It's not Blink-182.
Well, they both know it. No.
I don't think it would be Good Charlotte because those were the Maddens.
Yeah.
Sum 41.
They were busy with Hollywood starlets at the time, I believe.
Yeah.
The Maddens.
Let's say Sum 41. I don't know
it's
I don't know a Chad Gilbert.
Well, it's not Fall Out Boy, right? So.
What's eating Chad Gilbert? Great.
Matt, I think I'll let you answer this, but I will say that the Chad Gilbert did not choose his best friends over her.
And it feels like they're at an all-time low. This is Newfound Glory.
The answer is Newfound Glory. Unfortunately, Williams and Gilbert divorced in 2017. In the end, he must have chosen his friends over her.
There you go.
All right, fellas, congrats on 300 episodes. I look forward to listening to a whole lot more in the future.
Now that's someone who listens to the show a lot.
Minds think alike.
Knew where we were going. Okay, that's awesome.
And he refers to himself as the Bone Doctor now too, which is great. A self-given nickname.
All right, our next question, that was great, Chase, is from David.
Hey, Triviality. This is David Raffetto from Houston, Texas, and I've got a question for you guys. The Piper at the Gates of Dawn is the title of the debut album from English rock band Pink Floyd. Founding band member Syd Barrett borrowed the phrase from what children's book?
We both wrote down an answer, scratched it out, wrote down an answer, scratched it out.
I was like, this is
And
a Pink
now-
Floyd question. This is a Syd Barrett
Yeah.
question. This is...
And then
This is woke Floyd, if I saw correctly on the internet.
Oh, that's don't even worry about that.
Okay.
So David Raffetto, a name that we have not heard very much.
No.
On this podcast.
Oh, true.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
He's on last week's episode.
Yeah. We talk about him all the time.
Our first patron.
And
our last patron.
Thank you, David.
I'm just being clairvoyant here.
After thousands of episodes, when we finally hang it up, David is the only
The
one
year
still being
was
like, you know what?
2087.
I started this thing. I guess I ought to see it out.
He'll quote
see it to the
Babe.
end.
That'll do, pig. I'm like, thanks, David.
All right. Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Was that?
So I'm a huge fan of Pink Floyd.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Are you now?
Yeah, I am.
Are you now?
I am. And I can't remember this story. Piper.
Let's say a nursery rhyme.
Is
Or
it what? Was it a nursery rhyme? Is that what he said?
Children's story.
Children's book, children's story.
Is it?
You go ahead and give your best. Oh yeah, that works with the psychedelia. Let's go with it.
Okay.
So, Matt, I was mentioning to you, maybe since Pink Floyd's British, maybe it's like a famous Brit, like a Roald Dahl or something, like one of
Roald Dahl.
Roald Dahl, one of his stories.
Yeah.
James and the Giant Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
Do you have any idea on this one?
No, I think that they're going with Alice in Wonderland based on the psychedelic type things, but I think that's a cliche.
Okay.
What about a Paddington? Everyone loves a Paddington.
I don't think Paddington went to his Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
Well, I don't know what he's up to. Who's that French bear that everyone likes?
I can't remember his name.
Le Bear.
Le Bear, yeah. Or Coraline, not Coraline. Caroline?
I don't know.
That's a girl, not a bear.
Emily in Paris?
Emily in Paris.
No,
Yeah,
you
we
guys
don't
are
know.
sidetracked.
We're sidetracked. I don't know. Like, what do you think of a Roald Dahl story?
Yeah, let's do James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
We
I like that
indeed did say Alice in Wonderland.
Which was first published in 1908.
Oh.
The title of the book's 7th chapter provided the inspiration.
So there's more to the question,
I still think we're right.
but we're sticking to it.
Answer: The Wind in the Willows.
Oh. So we were wrong.
Just like Mole, Rat, Mr. Toad, and Mr. Badger, you guys are an endlessly entertaining foursome loved by many. Congrats on 300 episodes.
Thank you.
Well,
See,
that was
if
a
I
wild
had-
ride.
It was a
If I
wild
had
ride.
known there
because
were
we
7
paused too early.
chapters, I would have guessed something else, but I didn't know.
You're a big Wind in the Willow fan.
Oh yeah, Willowhead. That's what they call me.
Well, thank you, David, for that question. I think we were kind of close. Our next question is coming to us from...
It's not that close.
Not
That's
that
our way of
close.
saying that we feel bad about being idiots.
Yes, exactly. Our next question is from Leanne.
That's why this whole setup is for people to tell us how great we are over and over again.
Hi guys, this is Leanne in Baltimore, Maryland, and I have a question for you in the category best-selling books. Ask any librarian or bookseller about James Patterson, and they'll tell you that he publishes a book almost every month with help from many co-authors. In the past few years, 2 of these co-authors have been much more famous for other lines of work. Name either of these co-authors, one better known for delivering speeches, and the other for writing songs.
All right, so we know one.
Wait,
Oh, you know one.
right?
Yeah.
It was that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then songwriter. I don't remember a songwriter co-authoring one with him.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh.
You don't remember the book he wrote with Garth Brooks, the Honky Tonk Badonkadonk?
That
Was that
wasn't
Garth Brooks? That was
no.
I can't even remember who that was.
Trace Atkins or something.
It might have been, yeah.
I don't know.
Chris Gaines.
Chris Gaines. That does seem like more of a Chris Gaines sort of song to write. So we got the one. I really don't know the other one. A songwriter. Let's say Willie Nelson. What do you say?
Sure.
All right, so we say Willie Nelson and Bill Clinton.
We also say Bill Clinton, and Matt contributed Tracy Chapman.
Fast car, Tracy Chapman.
Yeah.
By the way, Honky Tonk Badonkadonk was a Dallas Davidson, but it was Trace Adkins.
Oh, okay.
Very helpful information.
And the answer is Bill Clinton with the books The President is Missing and The President's Daughter, and Dolly Parton with the book Run,
Dolly.
Rose, Run.
It's always Dolly.
It is always Dolly. So no points, right, for anyone?
No points.
Oh, I thought we were getting 5 or no points.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, let's do no points.
You're right. It doesn't matter.
And to round out our music and literature question, we have one from Taylor Cook, who I guess we should call him the teeth doctor.
Teeth doctor.
The tooth doctor.
The tooth doctor,
also known as a dentist,
or endodontist.
He's an
Teeth
endodontist.
are bones, aren't they?
Isn't endodontist
They're
sort
not.
of like a subspecies of dentist?
I think it's like a specialist dentist.
Right.
He's like the
But it's
green.
under the dentist umbrella.
It is.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So he's a dentist.
It's
He's
a
the
dental
green
specialty.
beret of
You
dentists.
anti-dentites? Roll it.
Hey, Triviality. Official Triviality dentist and longtime fan Taylor
See?
Cook here.
See?
I just wanted to give a huge congratulations on 300 episodes and say that I can't wait for many more to come. Now let's see how you do with this next question. Category is No Flavor Text Needed. The International Edible Book Festival, or Edible Book Day, is a global event that's been celebrated in various parts of the world since the year 2000. And no, I'm not joking. The official website of the festival helps organize events as well as holds a gallery of all the edible books submitted each year. In order to participate, all edible book creations must be bookish through the use of text, literary inspiration, or simply be in the shape of a book, I guess. The event was started to commemorate the birthday of French gastronome Jean-Anthelme Brillat-Savarin. What holiday also shares the date with this festival and has been described as, quote, the perfect day to eat your words and play with them?
Eat my books.
Eat your
It
words.
just reminds me of the from the movie The Menu, the tortillas.
Oh yeah.
The menu.
Tortilla.
It's a tortilla.
What a lovely film watching experience we had with The Menu.
Here's a day that
was great.
Many may eat their words, and
Well, I think the eat the words
What
is
do
the
you
book
think?
festival part, and then the play with words is the other one.
what do you think about that day?
Yeah.
Good as any?
It's not Arbor Day.
All right, good as any. We're elected.
All right, Matt.
I think it's National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
I have nothing else, so I'll just go with it. Let's go National Talk Like a Pirate Day.
We're gonna say Valentine's.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot more sense.
Maybe not. We'll see.
Well, since I didn't get to hear the answers, I'm hoping both teams got points, but the answer is April Fool's Day.
Oh.
Made fools of us all.
He did.
Yeah.
Except for me, who knew he was a dentist.
Well, thank you to those folks of the music and literature area for those questions. And here's our final 3 potpourri, which is, I guess it's not really potpourri, it's kind of history, geography, but it leans that way. So our first one is coming to us from Claire, I believe.
Hi guys, happy 300th episode. It's Claire Bancroft here and I'm recording this in sunny Queensland, Australia. I just wanted to say thank you for such a great show and always trying to include some Australian content. I look forward to listening every week and I always have a smile on my face when I do. My question for you today is, what charming expat Aussie actor's father was once the Prime Minister of Australia?
What do you think about that guy?
Charming expat.
Some would say he's charming. Some would say not so
Grating.
charming anymore.
Uh-oh.
What do you think of that?
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Oh, you're right. Matt, I believe they're probably going to go with Mel Gibson. Which I thought his dad was a minister, but maybe
could have been a prime minister.
I was going to say, I think he was just a minister, but maybe he was a prime minister too. Can you think of anyone else? He's an expat, I guess, right? He was born in New York, technically, but then he lived in Australia and then he left.
Kyrie Irving? No.
That's a flat answer.
Mel Gibson's got the most Australian name ever, but like his Australianness is like wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Let's go with Mel Gibson.
Okay.
Yeah, we said Mel. So we'll see.
Hoping some of you picked up on the charming clue, the answer is Julian McMahon.
Oh.
His father was William McMahon, who was Prime Minister of Australia from March 1971 to December 1972. Unfortunately, he's probably more remembered as being Julian McMahon's father than the Prime Minister of Australia.
Son of a bee.
Thanks, guys, and keep up the great work.
That's the guy from Nip Tuck.
Yeah, and
I knew that.
Yeah,
that guy.
and Dr.
I totally
Doom
forgot
too.
about that.
Yeah, he was Dr. Doom as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's a shame. Yeah, it definitely was Nip Tuck. We could have Nip Tucked that answer and had a better one.
Great question, though.
Yes, very good question. And thank you to all of our Australian listeners. We love you, and we try to get you on as much as we can, so we appreciate all the support. Next one is coming from Hugh.
Hey, guys. This is Hugh Gitlin in Mendota Heights, Minnesota. Congratulations on 300 episodes. That's a lot of work. Oh, here's my question. What lake is the source of the Mississippi River?
Pointing at Jeff.
Lake Jeffrey?
That would be my guess, but I am way out of my depth.
That's the one on the west?
I know. Yeah,
okay.
I know. You don't have to tell me about maps.
No, I'm asking.
Oh.
That's the one on the west?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep, we're elected.
But who knows?
All right. So my game theory here is Hugh is a big Minnesotan, or I don't know if there's a term, Illinoisian, Minnesotan.
Minnesotian.
So I'm thinking it's going to be.
I've got a map saved on my cell phone of what the people from every state is called, and I may use it for a thing.
That'd be good, yeah, because I don't know the proper term for everyone. Is it Illinoisian? Is that what it is?
Illinois.
We'll see when I bring it.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's a Patreon bonus.
Hoosiers.
So what do you think, Matt? I wrote something to you. I vaguely remember that listening to Minnesota podcasts on the way to the Mayo Clinic, which was not super fun.
They just talked about Lake Itasca for an hour.
I think it's Lake Itasca in Minnesota, if the Mayo Clinic rides were correct.
Well, let's hope, because that's what we're going with.
Okay.
Well, we have a superior answer. We're saying superior.
Huron. Oh.
Lake Itasca in Minnesota.
Gosh.
Once again, congratulations, guys.
Shout out to the Mayo Clinic.
Thank you. Thank you for doing something right.
We're getting beat up.
And not charging me.
Roasting the Mayo Clinic.
So Neil, it seems that the people who live above you are beginning their wrestling match for the evening.
Yeah, you know, it's funny.
It sounds like there's already been an injury up there.
Yeah, the small child screamed. And their fighting started at 4 p.m., which normally it starts at 9 p.m., so they're very early today.
Well, it's WrestleMania
It's a
season.
pay-per-view.
They gotta get their licks in.
Yeah, that's right. This pay-per-view season.
Whoever wins points at the sign, that's how you know. WrestleMania.
Well, thank you, Hugh, for that question. I'm glad that I was driving back and forth to Minnesota. Great place. Haven't spent a lot of time there, but yeah, thank you. And our last one here, the full regulation game, is, I believe, from Ian.
Hey, Triviality. Thanks for all the content you've made over the years, and congrats on 300 episodes. Here's my question to you. Ironically, all of the following individuals have what professional title? Maisie Hirono, age 75, Ed Markey, age 76, Angus King, age 78, and Jim Risch, age 79.
All right, so I know who the first person is. Or
I don't know who any of those people are.
You know who the first person is? Well, then write whatever you think their professional title would be.
I have no idea, Matt. Angus King, Hirono.
Well, thinking about people in their 70s, what would be an interesting title for them?
Something from they'd be 1950s basically. So what could they have done? Or no, they would have been born
Well,
in the 50s.
I'm thinking maybe that these are like influencers or something that would be interesting that they're that title. Like TikTokers or
like
YouTube.
oldest influencers,
Yeah.
social media influencers.
Yeah, they'd be like YouTube content creators or something.
Okay, we can go with that. Just the oldest social media influencers or something.
Well, your answer is pretty close to mine. No, I think Maisie Hirono or somebody named Hirono is a senator or a rep. So we're going with senator.
Okay.
Would it help if I added Mitt Romney, age 75, and Bernie Sanders, age 81?
No. Who are those people?
They're all junior senators. Thanks for having me on, guys, and here's to 300 more.
Yeah, we're taking points.
They'll take the points for that. Yeah.
We need them, man.
Yeah.
Like, give
I
us a
would
break.
argue that they are content creators and that they create content for the legislature.
Barely. Come on.
Sometimes.
Well, ending the regulation here, it looks like team This Is Triviality picking up an extra 20 points.
20 points. We're at 151.
151. And we over here at Mr.'s 300 is 179. We picked up an extra 30 points.
All right. So that brings us to the final.
89. My bad. 189.
189.
Yep.
So it's worse than we thought.
It is worse. So for the final, we have 6 questions here. And I have the categories if you want to wager. And we can just go at it that way. So here are the final round categories for everyone.
You said 6 questions this time.
6 questions. So number 1 is going to be in science. Number 2, Broadway. Number 3, sports. Number 4, history. Number 5, music, TV. And number 6, unusual film locations.
All right. I think we're in with our wagers.
Yeah, I think we go hardish.
Us too. Whatever it is, who cares?
All right.
We got
Well,
it.
this is for the next 6 years of bragging rights.
Yeah, this is for
remember,
bragging
so-
rights forever.
Yeah, I'm just so confident that we're going to get them all right. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
So I think this math works out, Jeff. We're just going to bet 30 on all of them and then 5 on the last one. We have 189.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only 155 points.
Okay, what about you guys?
We're going 30, 10, 10, 30, 15, 15.
All right.
So we're all over the board.
So let's hear these final questions here. First one in the category of science, and we'll just go straight through it like a normal question.
One at a time.
Hey Triviality, my name is Louie, but many folks on the Crop and Discord know me as Triviality's Grand Playtester or Playtest Pro, so I'm here with a question about, you guessed it, playtesting. Many forms of playtesting occur in what we call alphas or betas, either open or closed. Dating back to the 1950s, testing product ideas and theories were known as A testing, and testing feature-complete products were known as B testing. Not out of the blue, this eventually became alphas and betas. My question is, what company, a standard in business at the time and still around today, started this naming convention?
All right, we're locked in.
All right, they're locked in. You texted me Texas Instruments. That is a tech company that I think would have alphas and betas. It goes back pretty far. Maybe HP, Hewlett Packard.
I like that. Maybe HP or IBM.
IBM's an older company. Let's go with IBM.
Okay.
We said IBM also. So let's see what Louis says.
Answer: IBM.
Hey.
All right.
Congrats, guys. I wish you less repeat questions, more clues, and new bad catchphrases.
Thank you, Louis. All right, so it looks like both teams picking up 30 points. Next question is in Broadway.
Hello, Triviality. This is Oakland 5 supporter Keith Moser from Allentown, Pennsylvania, with a question for your big 300th episode. I originally wrote a sports question for you, but had way too many answers, so I decided to scrap it. Sorry, Matt. And go back to my wheelhouse to write a Broadway question instead. You're welcome, Neal. The category is, you can't always trust what you read on the internet. On December 15th, 2022, a picture was tweeted announcing the late, great Stephen Sondheim's final musical was coming to Broadway fall 2023, starring the brilliant Bernadette Peters and Nathan Lane. The tweet turned out to be a hoax, and the ultimate fate of what Sondheim was working on with David Ives when he passed in 2021 is still yet to be revealed. The musical is believed to be an adaptation of 2 Louise Buñuel films, The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie and The Exterminating Angel. Going back to the beginning, I never mentioned the Twitter handle that tweeted the lie because its handle directly references the musical. What is it? The working title of the musical or the Twitter handle?
So
this one's Spider-Man the musical, right?
Do you have any idea, Jeff?
I
I've
know,
got no clue.
I know that Stephen Sondheim's last on-screen performance was in Knives Out.
Glass Onion?
Glass Onion, that's the one.
A Knives Out mystery.
A Knives Out mystery. Same thing with...
so we don't know, is what you're saying?
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury.
Yeah, so you guys don't know?
No, I have no idea.
All I know is the musical is called Square One. I have no idea what the Twitter account's called, so maybe it's like Back to Square One or something. I don't know.
The working title of the musical was one of the correct answers. So
we got
a correct answer.
Okay, so Square One. That's what we'll say.
The musical is believed to be named Square One, and the Twitter handle is at Square One BWAY or at Square One Broadway. The Twitter account was created back in July 2022, but didn't tweet anything until the day before the fake announcement when it said 12:15 at 10 a.m. with megaphone emoji. Sondheim fans are still hopeful the show will eventually be finished and get the production it deserves. Thanks so much for doing this unique episode setup. Can't wait to hear the final product, and here's to 300 more.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Keith. Our next is in sports from Marcus Ellis of the Benchwarmers Trivia Podcast.
Shocking sports.
Hello, everyone. This is Coach Lou Holtz, and I'd like to ask you all a college football question. Who is the all-time leader in NCAA history in passing yards? He's also the all-time leader in passing touchdowns and completions. You might say he's a miracle worker.
That is a really good impression of Lou Holtz.
I don't know if I've ever heard that person talk, but it was a funny voice.
It's really good.
It's very close.
Do you want to lock in for us, Matt? Do you know this one, the miracle worker?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff?
Dude, I don't know. Sports, man.
All right. Well, you know something about sports more than I do. Well, I know
Miracle
nothing.
worker.
We're going to say, we don't know.
Peyton.
It's a good guess. Yeah, Peyton Manning. I have no idea, Matt. Well, it's your call.
I actually don't even know. I know in a season it's Baker Mayfield, so I think it might be. I don't know if he's a miracle man. We're going Baker Mayfield.
All right, let's see what it is.
The correct answer is Case Keenum, the
Case
quarterback
Keenum.
during the Minneapolis Miracle, which sent the Minnesota Vikings to the NFC Championship game.
That's ridiculous. Really good though, Marcus. Thank you.
Put us all into that.
Oh yeah, he did.
Really
You're right.
appreciate it.
Our next one here, number 4 in history, is our second question from Nathan McQuinn.
This is Nathan McQuinn. Congratulations to Triviality on 300 episodes. This question is a American history question. What civil rights icon, born into slavery and who conducted many heroic journeys, was nicknamed Minty as a child? She later was given a nickname from the Old Testament.
We can lock in, Matt.
Good.
Do like Harriet Tubman, maybe? Okay.
Yeah, we also locked in with Harriet Tubman.
Harriet Tubman.
All right.
All right.
Good to have some points.
And our 5th question here is going to be music and TV from, I believe, Anne.
Hello, gentlemen, and happy 300th episode. Ann Putnam here. They call me Animal at my local trivia hosting gig. And in honor of that and the fact that I believe I wore a Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem shirt for my Triviality episode that I was so privileged to host, I'm going to ask a drum-off question. Specifically, drum-offs between the Muppet Animal and other well-known drummers. Between the original Muppets show, award shows, late night, and ABC's The Muppets, Animal has competed against 6 different drummers. I want you to name 3 of them.
All right. So I think I'm just going to lock in here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Ken's a drummer.
Ken is drummer.
I'm not
He's
sure
seen
I'm
a
right.
TV.
I'm not sure I'm right, but
He likes Muppets.
Yeah.
So here's where my head's at, Matt. Do you know any of these, by the way?
I think Dave Grohl is definitely one of them.
I wrote down Dave Grohl. I'm thinking like probably the most famous jazz drummer of all time is Buddy Rich. I could see Buddy Rich maybe going against Animal, even though he probably swore at him with like racist comments. But
yeah,
was Buddy Rich a bad dude?
He was a great drummer. He's just a hothead and kind of crazy. Buddy Rich, Dave Grohl, and then what about the dude from the Chili Peppers? I don't know, Will Ferrell, Chad.
Oh, he died, right?
No, he's alive, I think.
The Foo Fighters drummer died.
Taylor Hawkins. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah, Taylor Hawkins passed away. Yeah, I'm talking about Chili Peppers.
I'll say it for you.
Chad Michael Murray.
I think that's good enough for an answer.
Okay.
Chad Smith is.
Chad Smith. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we said Chad Smith. I said Taylor Hawkins and Dave Grohl.
Okay.
So let's find out.
All right. Your 6 drummers. The earliest on the Muppet Show in 1979, Animal competed against Harry Belafonte. He had a giant tribal drum at that event. In 1981, on the same show, he competed against Buddy Rich. And then on Late Night, many years later, in 2011, he had a drum off against Questlove on Jimmy Fallon's show. In 2012, on Jimmy Kimmel Live, he had a drum off against Travis Barker. And then on The Muppets in 2015, he had a drum off versus Dave Grohl. And most recently in 2016, at the Radio Disney Music Awards, he had a drum off competition against Andrew Hurley from Fall Out Boy.
Wow.
Thanks for doing this, and can't wait to hear your next 300.
Is that no points then for
That's
anybody?
no points.
No points.
So close. 2 for both, right?
That's a great question, though.
Yeah.
That was a really good
that was
question.
a fun question to think about.
It was. A lot of great drummers Animal went up against.
Should have got Travis.
Okay, the last question of the final round is coming to us from Willem van Vendeloo, and the category is unusual film locations.
Hallo vrienden van Triviality. Hier, helemaal aan de andere kant van de wereld, uit Nederland, wil ik jullie van harte feliciteren met jullie 300ste aflevering.
Yes.
Hi guys, Ken, Matt, Neal and Jeff. All the way from the Netherlands, this is Willem, and I wanted to congratulate you on episode 300. What an achievement, and I'm very glad and excited to be a part of it. Now, for the question, which, from one Dutch boy to another, I expect Neal to answer in his best Dutch boy impression. Wadi Rum is a desert in Jordan, which is adored and often used by filmmakers, including Ridley Scott and Anthony Hoffman. The reason for this is that the desert is eerily similar to a much harder and more expensive to reach location. What non-fictional location is this?
I think we can lock in, Matt.
It's so funny because I had...
Your face lit up when this question started.
It's because I know so much about it except for the answer to the question. So I'm watching the HBO show The Climb.
Okay.
You guys may or may not be aware that I'm into rock climbing.
Okay.
Right? So I'm watching this
We
climbing.
are in the studio, yes.
Yeah. So I'm watching this rock climbing show, and the last couple episodes took place in Wadi Rum. So I just found out this location existed, so I was excited to answer a question correctly about it.
Right.
So what location does it resemble? You guys are locked in?
We're locked in.
That's hard to get to.
Well,
or like you can't film there.
Well, who shot there? Did he say Ridley Scott?
Ridley Scott.
And what was the other filmmaker? If you remember, that's not a spoiler.
I know Denis Villeneuve shot Dune there.
Oh, okay.
Because Jason Momoa was talking about it in the show.
Okay.
Ridley Scott probably shot maybe parts of Prometheus or something there.
Where would they want to shoot?
I don't know. It's desert. It's deserty, big rock formations. What would you think?
Desert, big rock formations. That would be more expensive to shoot at.
Yeah.
Harder to shoot at.
Like Mars, maybe? Or like...
Well, you can't... Yeah, I mean, no one's shooting on Mars.
Yeah, that's what...
Yeah.
To, mimic the landscape, or like mimic the landscape of the moon, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah. Was there anything with the moon in Alien? I haven't seen the Alien movies. I haven't seen any Ridley Scott films I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Oh, you're missing out.
We don't know. We'll say the moon.
And we said Mars.
Will you give us points?
And the answer is Mars. Apart from other sci-fi films like Rogue One, Rise of Skywalker, and Dune, Wadi Rum is a beloved film location because it's easy to forget that you're on Earth, thanks to the reddish landscape. The Martian was filmed here, and so are films like The Last Days on Mars and Mission to Mars.
Wow.
Again, congratulations on this milestone, guys, and here's to at least 300 more episodes.
Can we take some points since you're going to win anyways?
Yeah, we'll give you 15.
All right.
Pity points. It's a new
It looks
year.
like Team This Is Triviality picking up 40 points, bringing your total to 191. And Team Mr.'s 300, we are picking up 35, bringing our total to 224, making us today's cream of the crop.
For 6 years more.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
For 6 years more, 300 more episodes. I wonder if we have to add up every time someone said, I'm wishing you another 300. We have to add all those up, though.
300 more.
So like
3,200
yeah,
more
like 3,200 more
We'll
episodes.
be well dead before
Yeah, that's true.
we reach that amount.
I like how
but
3,200 is not divisible
hopefully
by
no
300.
time soon.
Yeah, hopefully not
Don't
anytime soon.
math me, Jeff.
Well, first of
We
all,
won.
let's go around the room very quickly before we go out. But thank you to everyone for sending in all these questions and for all your support over the years. We really appreciate it and can't wait to keep providing a show for you.
Yeah, indeed. Never thought it would last this long, but we're so glad it did, and we're going to keep it up and keep on keeping on and bringing the show to you guys. So,
Jeff?
Sorry, I was going to make a title
He's-
of Ken's
he was-
sex tape joke.
Oh.
This is not the time, Jeff.
I know it's
We're
not
being
the time.
serious. Never.
Never, no. Thank you so much to all of you who contributed to today's episode. We appreciate all the questions. So many of them were very great, and I learned quite a lot, which is always a pleasure, especially when I lose. And then, thanks for listening and making the show what it is. We wouldn't have the successful show that we have without our great listeners, and we can't say thank you enough. It's really nice to hear everybody really, appreciating and congratulating us. Obviously, that's not the reason we did this episode format. We just thought it'd be fun. But thank you.
I did it for the praise.
I would like to say you're welcome for everybody who thanked us. And that's it. That's all I'm saying. No, thanks, everybody.
That's a man of
I
few
appreciate it. And you guys checking out my live streams at Triviality Matt on twitch.tv/TrivialityMatt every third Saturday. Come check me out.
Well, check out the streams over there. And just to kind of give us a little bit of a introduction into what the next 300 is going to be like, we have a fortune cookie here. And as I open this fortune cookie,
I hope it's like very specific, like you're not as funny as you think you are.
as we open this up, make sure to go to airwavemedia.com. We're a part of the Airwave Media Network, where you can hear shows like...
And we're only contractually obligated to say 3 shows per episode, but you know what? It's a special episode, so let's do 4. We're going to say Ben Franklin's World, Clever, Everything, Everywhere, and the Explorers Podcast. There's 4 for you.
Good job, Brain.
I'm going to throw in Good Job
Everyone
Brain.
loves
Good
that.
job, Brain.
All
Matt
right.
can't even see that we're looking at Good Job Brain right now.
Here we go. All right.
You're just getting cookie everywhere.
I know.
ASMR.
Okay, here we go. The mantra of the next 300 episodes for Triviality: set your financial aspirations high this year.
Wow.
I like that.
Wow.
There you go.
700 patrons. Let's go.
Well,
Shoot for the stars.
So it sounds like by the end of the year, we're all going to be doing this full time. So thank you, everyone, for your future support.
Yes, thank you. And let's just thank everyone once again. And for all of us here at Triviality, Ken, Matt, Jeff, myself, Neal, we are Triviality, and that was Triviality.